wheels like a transport. And I ain't never seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit. Round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan. Dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Ay, count for and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch.
Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. Go ahead, touch down like that.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Tennessee Titans. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He's going to wind up in there, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
I'll pick up.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun, Covington. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Covington. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
The gun, Covington. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. But keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week.
couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense, everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
He's going to keep this again. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper in at 2nd and 1. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
7 yards there and a first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
no score after one on EA Sports.
No score. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Running out of the Wildcat.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Kill.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. This an easy one, 23-yarder. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on that.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40.
Looking to throw. Covington. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Covington.
It's a gain of 7, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. field this at the 5. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12. A big first down to get away from the end zone. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On play action, they'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Bills 7, Titans 3.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you get.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Let's go. Let's go.
Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is now 10-7. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Operating from the gun, Covington. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Covington. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Howell, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Covington. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
To number 82.
From 13 yards out. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Seibert on for the PAT.
Point after.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Green to bring it back. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now this throw caught left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
58, right over there.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
7-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lawrence. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards, a first down. Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion, second and 10.
And 10 at the 37-yard line.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Back to throw now on second and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. 5 yards. Now it's third and 5.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
It's 4th down.
They'll set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 5. It was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a handoff here to his running back. Able to break the tackle, but then quickly brought down just outside of the 5. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
3rd down.
Looking to throw. Covington. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A 40-yard punt, no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And they give this time to the tailback. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Flushed out right. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
39-yard line.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
But that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
That's the
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. The Titans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Back to throw. Covington. He's going to try and go deep again. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
It's a pickup of
a big play here for the Bills. 61 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Covington. His throw incomplete.
Covington's back.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Covington. His throw caught at about the 5.
Covington.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Running back. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Green to bring it back. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
Their own 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
Check. Wide 54. Push him back. Minus 54. Minus 54.
Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, Goodrich. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This one from 35 yards away. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. To throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. Decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Oh, how about this on first and goal? And the Titans are going to have a first and goal. It's some good running there, gets them down to about the 2-yard line, knock it on the door.
The gain of 5 brings up second and goal.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Shift.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll try to run this one in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
58, Mike, 58, right there.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. It's now fourth down and goal.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, second down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a...
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Now a first throw here in overtime. Looking deep downfield. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on third down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Off the play fake. Covington. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you could hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
Hey, he's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Here we go. Here we go.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Mike, 58, right there. Let's go. 58.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or 2 short.
It's now 4th down and 1.
So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. Now the Bills will take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Okay, so interesting here. A field goal would win this thing, but the kicking team on the sideline, and they're going for it on 4th down. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He hit his first, this one from 38. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through. Not
only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Titans, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.